Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province, and now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of November 6 at the Hill 82 Martyr Cemetery in the Mid-District, Studying Committee 515 of Military Region 7 had deployment ceremony to start to team responsible for searching and repatriating the remains of Vietnamese volunteer soldiers and experts who sacrificed their lives in Cambodia for 25th phase, resistance 2025-2026.
In his remarks, Major General Trần Chí Tâm requested close coordination and strong involvement of all relevant forces to effectively fulfill their assigned mission as a gesture of gratitude to the fallen heroes. According to the plan, during the 25th phase, search teams are expected to locate around 825 sets of remains across 10 provinces in Cambodia. At the ceremony, the organizing committee presented certificates of merit to collectors and individuals from teams K70, K71, K72, and K73 for outstanding performance during the 24th phase RISE session 2024-2025. Leaders of Military Region 7 also offer gifts to encourage officers and soldiers before their departure. Following the ceremony, delegates and local residents bid farewell to the teams as they departed via Samad International Border Gate to carry out the sacred mission of bringing the heroes back to their homeland.
On the morning of November 6, the TayNinhTV Provincial Tax Department had a ceremony to launch the CD-Day Peak campaign to implement the Politburo Resolution number CDA, the Ministry of Finance Project 3389, and the Tax Department Decision number 3352. The event were connected online to 10 satellite sites across the Vorin. Vice Chairman of the Provincial People Committee, Mr. Huỳnh Nhật Sơn, attended the ceremony. In his remarks, Vice Chairman Mr. Huỳnh Nhật Sơn emphasized that abolishing the resumptive tax regime and transitioning household business to the declaration-based tax regime before January 1, 2036 is an important reform step contributing to transparency and fairness in tax administration. He requested the rural tax sector to strengthen communication, mobilize resources, and provide maximum support to ensure household businesses fully understand and properly implement the policy. Tax officers must uphold display professionalism and service mindedness. He also called for the active involvement of departmental and local authority, especially commune and world-level people committee, in providing venue facility and disseminating tax policy to every residential area. The CD-Day Peak campaign to convert from resumptive tax to declaration-based taxation for household businesses is being deployed simultaneously nationwide. This is a particularly important campaign for the tax sector to realize the major policy of the party and state in promoting sustainable development of the private economic sector in accordance with the Politburo Resolution number CDA. According to statistics, the TayNinhTV province currently has more than 57,200 household businesses, of which the majority 39,183 still pay resumptive tax, over 2,700 households deduct taxes, and more than 15,400 households are below the taxable threshold.
On the morning of November 6, a working delegation led by Ms. Nguyễn Thị Hồng Phúc, head of the Culture Social Affairs Committee of the Provincial Peace Council, conducted a field survey on the supply of health insurance covered medicines and medical consumables at Long An General Hospital and Vạn An General Hospital in Long An World. At Long An General Hospital, the supply rate of health insurance covered medicines has reached over 98% of the estimated demand, with the remaining shortage of around 2%, mainly falling within certain specialized drug categories. The supply rate of medical consumables has reached over 99%, with a shortage of around 1%. In the first 9 months of 2025, the total value of health insurance covered medicines used is stated 102 billion Vietnam dong, while medical consumables and chemicals accounted for more than 50 billion Vietnam dong. The hospital has ensured the provision of medicines and medical supplies to meet strict maintenance and protect the rights of patients with HI cards. However, difficulties remain in the procurement and buying process for medicines and medical consumables. At Vạn An General Hospital, the supply of health insurance cover medicines based on their approved list reached approximately 92%, with the remaining shortage mainly due to issues with suppliers. In the first 9 months of 2025, the hospital's health insurance medicine expenditure totaled more than 4.5 billion Vietnam dong. Through the survey, the delegation highly appreciated the efforts of medical facilities in ensuring the supply of medicines and medical consumables for public health services. Opinions and proposals from the units were acknowledged for consolidation and reporting to the Standing Committee of the Provincial Business Council. The delegation requested the relevant departments and sectors, together with the hospital, to continue addressing obstacles to further improve the quality of healthcare services for the local community.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tayninh, with its characteristic is a province with a long border, many border gay and religious diversity, always has underlying complex security factor. Recognizing this clearly, the provincial police has determined the strength of the people in the broad, the decisive factor to maintain security right from the grassroots level, through a series of reactive and effective models in locality.
As a border commune area, Midweek commune always has many potential risks for detecting RAM. Therefore, in addition to proactively implementing comprehensive professional solutions, Midweek commune police always effectively promotes the people's movement to protect national security. From visiting and chatting sessions like this, functional forces and people supplement their understanding and bond together to maintain grassroots stability. Farmers here must also have a spirit of raising awareness and mobilizing people to report crimes to the police for prevention rather than letting crimes occur without action. In addition to crime reporting, local police also proactively propagate fire prevention at the grassroots level, focusing on residential commercial buildings. Police forces go to every alley, knock on every door, directly guiding people on electrical safety, arranging goods, and repairing escape routes. At home, we also have ways to prevent and fight fires, and we also get our children to implement solutions to prevent fire and explosion situations. To date, the entire province currently has 153 effectively operating models in the people's movement to protect national security. Notably, 7 models have been recognized at the national level thanks to their outstanding creativity and effectiveness. In addition, 31 other models have also been recognized at the provincial level, becoming bright spots in security and other maintenance work. Supporting people to just functional forces, especially commune police, so that people proactively participate in models such as self-management models and crime prevention models at residential areas, helping to strengthen awareness of maintaining security and order at the grassroots level. The success of advanced models in TayNinh is the motivation for the province to continue replicating and promoting good and creative practices. With the spirit of solidarity and the entire people joining hands to protect national security, TayNinh will continue to be a steel cell at the border, contributing to building an increasingly peaceful and prosperous homeland.
The Standing Committee of the Provincial Union of Science and Technology Association this morning held a conference to collect opinion on the route procurement for the 40 national particle arrests. Delegate reached consensus with the general assessment and conclusion presented in the route procurements of the 40 national particle arrests. They focus on providing feedback of various specific content, particularly in the fields of education and training, state governance, human development, and product control. Many opinions suggested that greater attention should be paid to the training of human resources in the healthcare sector, stronger control of the quality of imported medicinal materials, and linking economic development with environmental protection. Some delegates proposed adding an assessment of the positive contributions of the collective economy, especially the new model cooperative model. Within the framework of the currents, Mr. Hoa Đình Cận, chairman of the Brussels Union of Science and Technology Association, presented a thematic report conveying the core contains the Politburo Resolution number 71 on breakthrough development in education and training in the new development phase, and Politburo Resolution number 72 on breakthrough solution to enhance the protection, care, and improvement of pupil health.
TayNinhTV province has effectively enforced regulations on no-livestock zones and designated swiftlet farming areas in recent years, helping from concentrated disease theft and environmental control farming zones. Since the administrative merger, the province has recorded more than 2,400 swiftlet houses. Communication efforts have been enhanced to ensure residents understand legal requirements, relocation policies, and compliance farming conditions. As a result, the number of facilities located in no-livestock zones has dropped nearly 1,100, down 56%. Most remaining swiftlet houses in restricted areas existed prior to the regulations and are allowed to retain their current status. The Department of Agriculture and Environment has proposed issuing a new resolution to better align with current realities.
In light of recently severe weather conditions, the Department of Agriculture and Environment of TayNinhTV Province has issued a directive requesting its affiliated unit to urgently implement measures to respond to high tides, floods, inundation, landslide, and to arrest storm and flood consequences, ensuring the safety of local residents and minimizing property damage. To firmly mitigate impact, the Brussels Irrigation Sub-Department has been assigned to coordinate with the meteorological station and local authority to closely monitor flooding developments and rainfall irrigation structure at risk. The Sub-Department of Agriculture is tasked with guiding farmers on crop and livestock care and supporting production recovery after floods. The Center for Irrigation and Clean Water is required to regularly inspect key irrigation wells, embankments, and canals under provincial management, rapidly handle emergency situations, and operate sluice gates appropriately to prevent salinity intrusion and high tides. The most affected localities include Vĩnh Thành, Tân Hưng, Khánh Hưng, Tuyên Bình, Tân Thành, and 14 other communes where widespread inundation and damage have been recorded across the region. On the afternoon of November 5th, after the water reservoir reached at the Việt Farm project in Tuy Phong Commune, Lâm Đồng Province, which caused hundreds of houses, roofs, and people property to be buried in mud and soil. Local authority, together with all staff forces and mass organizations, are quickly supporting people to overcome the consequences. Everyone is working actually with a desire for people to have a clean and safe place to live and eat. Today, Forestry have supported over 40 households and 2 schools to clean up so that households can move in and students can return to school early. After the water receded, union members and youth actively participated with people in washing away mud and soil, cleaning houses, and restoring the living environment. In addition, the Commune Youth Union has also intensified propaganda work, guiding people to implement disease prevention and control measures, and mobilizing charitable organizations to support the people. Not only local forces, but every day there are dozens of cadre, soldiers, youth union members, and volunteers from many neighboring localities coming to help people in the heavily damaged area of Tuy Phong. When we hear about the damage in Tuy Phong, our members immediately set out to support the people for the past 3 days. We work together to rub soil, clean mud, spray water to wash houses clean for the people. The young volunteer group and the young people have devotedly helped my family. Generally, we basically overcome it and have a place to rest, live, and avoid illness. Along with cleanup work, dozens of relief convoys from organizations and individuals have continuously poured into reform, not only bringing rice, instant noodles, drinking water, loaves, blanket to timely support people, but also bringing the serious spirit of compatriots from everywhere, joining hands to help people overcome difficulties. According to statistics, by the afternoon of November 5th, Typhoon Kamun has 267 households and over 100 hectares of production land damage. Under the direction of the Rosso People Committee, Typhoon Kamun has requested the project owner unit to stop water accumulation and lower the water level to a safe level to avoid recurrence of the incident. The cheering for and timely support of force and the community have given people here more motivation to soon stabilize their lives after the incidents.
Only 2 months remain for citizens and businesses to take advantage of the 50% reduction in passport issuance fees, the most significant incentive in the immigration and exchange sector in recent years. From early 2026, fees will revert to their previous rates. Specifically, the fee for issuing a new passport or reissuing one will double from 100,000 Vietnam dong to 200,000 Vietnam dong per application. For cases of reissuance due to damage or loss, the fee will increase from 200,000 Vietnam dong to 400,000 Vietnam dong per application. This type of passport not only offers enhanced security feature but also allows holders to use automated immigration control gates or autogate at airports, enabling faster and more convenient entry and exit procedures, as well as supporting international visa applications. To save costs, citizens are encouraged to submit applications online via the National Public Service Portal on the Public Service Portal of the Ministry of Public Security using a Level 2 VNEID account. In TayNinhTV, citizens may contact the Immigration Management Division of the Provincial Police for timely support and guidance.
The Rosso People Committee has directed the Department of State and Locality to urgently formulate the 2026-2030 5-year socio-economic development plan, ensuring practicality and alignment with the province's new development orientation. Units are required to review and comprehensively assess the implementation of the 2021-2025 socio-economic development plan. It is the basis for identifying key goals, orientation start, and solution for the 2026-2030 period. In association with the province breakthrough program and royalty project, the new socio-economic development plan must adhere to the orientation and resolution of the central government and the Provincial Party Committee, ensure rapid and sustainable growth, restructure the economy in tandem with industrialization and modernization, with science and technology, innovation, and digital transformation serving as the main driving forces. The plan targets an average GRDP growth rate of 10 to 10.5% per year and aims to improve the quality of life for residents. The plan process must ensure consistency, coherence, and broad consultation to build consensus prior to submission for approval by competent authorities. In recent days, officers and soldiers of Brigade 574, Military Region 5th Command, have disregarded hardship to accompany and support over 3,000 households affected by rain and floods in Wefu Commune. Wefu is one of the communes most severely damaged by the historic rain and floods that latest many days in the city. Many houses were damaged and swept away, with very large losses to property and infrastructure. On behalf of my family, I thank the local authority, especially Brigade 574, for supporting my family. After the recent flood, the people of Benin Hamlet suffered heavy losses and received much support and salary with the people, including the military region 5. Not only standing side by side with people in disaster prevention and consequent mitigation, Brigade 574 has donated 2 tons of rice, 1.5 tons of dried food, 200 liters of fish oil, 200 liters of cooking oil, along with instant noodles, cake, meal to affected households, especially poor households, policy family, and elderly people living alone in the commune. The unit elements helping people according to the method, where the water girls soldier will arrive immediately, working thoroughly whenever we go, arriving there to help people quickly stabilize their lives. After 3 days, the Browse Care Officer and Soldier Brigades 574 have coordinated with authorities to support the people of Wayfield Commune in cleaning up the environment after the flood, overcoming natural disaster consequences, restoring direction, helping people quickly stabilize their lives. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.